Hey guys, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. It is almost Halloween, so I thought it was only appropriate to build a house that is decorated for the season, decorated for the holiday. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. And because we got cottage living this year, I thought we could make like a little Halloween cottage in Henford-on-Bagley. I hope you like how this comes out because I absolutely adore the finished product. But before we get further into this build, I just wanted to remind you guys that I'm currently hosting a giveaway for a pack of your choice from the Sims 4. And all you need to do to enter is download Disney Emoji Blitz using the link in my description down below. Get to level 25 in the game, screenshot that, and reply to my pinned tweet over on Twitter. I am Miss Gryphi over there. However, if you are already past level 25, you can still enter this giveaway. All you need to do then is screenshot yourself at whatever level you are at, gain an additional 5 levels, screenshot that as well, and submit both screenshots for a chance to win. This giveaway ends on November 21st, so you have plenty of time to enter. And also that link does act as a creator code, so anything you spend in game goes to help to support me and my channel. So thank you so much for that. So I really wanted to replicate similar roofing that I'm seeing around the neighborhood for this house, and I also really wanted to have like orange vines over the entire space. However, I was having trouble figuring that out, and it seemed like we only had red and green. So at first you saw me combining those and kind of wrapping the whole build in them, but then I ended up using these ones from Vampires, which I think worked so much better. And I play around with the roof a little bit more later on. There ends up being an additional bump out. I'm also adding some wisteria over here. We also have an old bike, and there's just going to be so many decorations. I had a lot of fun with all of the vines and the wisteria. We also have this really cute gnome out front. There's going to be tons of pumpkins. This was just a really fun build to do. I really wanted to deck out something decorated for Halloween. I don't think I went too over the top. I tried to keep it a little bit toned down, but maybe in the future I could do a overwhelmingly decorated Halloween house. I did a very similar thing last year for Christmas time. I did a very tacky Christmas build, and it was so much fun. So let me know if I have time, if you'd like to see one of those this year or next year for Halloween, because I'd be down. That sounds really fun. But I wanted to do something a little bit more toned down, but still very, very decorated. And I definitely wanted to use the items from Cottage Living because I'm still really, really loving this world and the items of it. And it takes so much restraint not to just build a cottage every single day because they're so much fun. And I think they're absolutely stunning in this game. Plus, it was perfect to build a cottage and a Halloween build this year because Cottage Living gave us pumpkins as actual harvestables. You can grow them in the game now, which is fantastic. So I have piles of those around. I have areas you can actually grow them, and a lot of other decorative pumpkins as well that we got from various packs, including Spooky Day and Seasons. Also working on placing down some trees. I don't know what pack the one out front is from, but the one out back is from Cats and Dogs, and then getting some shrubbery around the front of the build as well. And then I think those Seasons pumpkins I mentioned before are going to go under the big tree out front. I also have some carved pumpkins from Spooky Day because you can actually carve pumpkins with that stuff pack. That's kind of fun. It's kind of a strange stuff pack because it came out way before Seasons did, and we just had all of this like overly colorful Halloween decor, but no way to celebrate Halloween, and there was no fall in the game. But now it's kind of fun to have with Seasons being in the game, and I think it worked nicely to have all of these little carved pumpkins for this particular build. I think they're adorable. And I'm also putting a low-lying fence around the pathways here. I used the wedding arch from Cottage Living as well as a like decorative piece over the side door, which comes out of, I'm trying to think what room that comes out of. That door comes out of the kitchen. I didn't know that when I was planning the outside of the build, but that's where it ends up being, which I think worked out nicely. I like to have a door coming out of the kitchen for some reason. I find that really realistic, and it ends up being a super cozy kitchen, but we'll get to that when we get to the interior of this build. We're still decorating the outside with lots of pumpkins. I also get some lanterns. I just really wanted this to scream Halloween and look really cozy and autumnal, so let me know how you think I did. But we are heading inside now, trying to figure out where the staircase is going to go. It ended up blocking some windows, so I had to move some stuff around, and the floor plan's interesting. There's that little nook right behind the stairs that for a while I really wasn't sure what to do with. I tried putting a bathroom there, and it ends up just being part of the living room, and I just tuck some stuff over in the corner. You'll see that a little bit later, but this area over where that door is going to be the kitchen, and it worked out so pretty over there. It's super cozy. The floor plan did take some time to put together. It was a lot of trial and error, but I'm overall really happy with the end result. I did decorate this house to be for a multi-generational family. On the bottom floor, there is a bedroom for, I'm thinking, 1 or 2 grandparents. And then on the top floor, there is what I would call the primary bedroom, but it's still very, very small. I think it's smaller than the bedroom I did on the main floor for grandparents. And that can be for 1 or 2 parents. I do have the bed tucked against the wall, but since your Sims can scoot, that doesn't necessarily matter. And then I was thinking that they had 1 kid, so there's an additional bedroom upstairs that is decorated for a child. But we are in the kitchen now, trying to figure that out, and it ends up being kind of a U shape, and I think it's super cute. I use the countertops from Cottage Living, and lots of decorations. There's pumpkins absolutely everywhere in this house. If you don't like pumpkins, this is definitely not the build for you. But if you do like pumpkins and you want to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. Just getting a rug to stand on in front of the sink. That's something I do in a lot of my builds because I relate to it in real life as having some place comfy to stand while you're doing dishes. Also got a tea maker over here, a nice little shelf with some gardening equipment. I also added the other shelf that came with Cottage Living that has like some utensils and some cutting boards and stuff on it. And then we should be getting the trash can over here and maybe another plant. Oh, and the parenting board. I really like adding that into builds so your Sims can set curfews and all of the things associated with that pack. Parenthood was so good. That's definitely my favorite game pack. I had to think about that. I was like, is it my favorite? It is. It absolutely is. I still really want a Generations pack in The Sims 4, but Parenthood is amazing. I love Parenthood so much. But anyway, we are in the living room now, and would you guess it? I'm putting more pumpkins down. There's also a little side board here that I'm putting a TV on. There's candles everywhere. We have orange curtains. This house goes all out for the autumn season. We even have a yellow sectional sofa. I love this. I almost never remember that we have this rounded piece to these sectionals, and I just think it worked so nicely in this space. I liked the yellow and the orange together, and then I'm just getting some paintings over in the corner, and then this little nook behind the stairs that I mentioned earlier ends up being where we put a desk space, and of course more pumpkins, because of course I did. And I think just a mirror over, yeah, there's just a mirror over there. And then the small rooms over in the back is going to be a bathroom, and then this is the entry room. I'm trying to remember if I kept this closed off like this. I'm fairly certain that I did. It just has a little side table in here that I decorate with all sorts of autumn leaves that came with seasons, a mirror above it because I think that's a very good like entryway item, and some more plants and things. We also have temperature controls and our fire alarm. I tend to put those in entryways for whatever reason. I think it's just so in gameplay I remember where they are. So if I want to change the temperature in the house and turn on the AC or turn on the heat, I remember where it is. And then this closed off room is going to be a dining space. I think it came out pretty cute in the end. I don't typically have closed off rooms like that for a dining room, but I was basing this off of the fact that this is a home in Henford-on-Bagley and things tend to be a little bit more closed off, so I decided to do that here. But also adding a lantern up on the fireplace and one in the kitchen as well. Just trying to insert a little bit more Halloween everywhere in the build. I think I did okay. I also got those spooky paintings in here from the Spooky Days stuff pack. And then we're working on the bathroom. I used the shower tub combo that's from Parenthood. I really like that one because it has a curtain, and we don't have very many of those in-game with a curtain. I feel like we need more of that. I would like some more bathroom stuff with curtains on the showers. And shower tub combos, because I feel like I don't see standalone showers that often in real life. But anyway, this is going to be the grandparents' bedroom that I had mentioned earlier. I decided to go for a yellow theme in here because I really wanted to use this bed from base game with the sunflowers on it. It's just so pretty. I also ended up adding a clock over on the wall here, and just some flowers and books and stuff over on the bedside tables, and some paintings on the wall as well. I'm sure I also add a dresser and some more pumpkins because Halloween. I tried not to make the rooms that didn't make a whole lot of sense for them to be overly decorated to be super decorated, but there are a couple of pumpkins in here because I figure that's just a cute little touch of fall. I do that a lot throughout my home. Most of the decorations for Halloween right now are in my office, but I have a couple of them sprinkled throughout the rest of our apartment. So I was taking some inspiration from that for how I decorated the rest of this place. Anyway, upstairs in the hallway space, I end up having a fish tank because I needed to put something there and I thought that that was a fun addition that I almost never use in builds. Also have a plant in the corner and a mirror in the hallway. I feel like that's just always a good hallway filler. And then we are working on the bedrooms here. This ends up being the parents' bedroom. I tucked the bed against the wall. I am going to swap it out for a different bed. I'm pretty sure I end up using the one from Cottage Living in the end. Yeah, this one with this yellow swatch. I thought it was really pretty, so I ended up just changing the swatches of the rug and the curtains. And I think it worked out nicely. The yellow and the gray, I think, look beautiful together. And then just cluttering up that dresser. And then the kids' room across the hall when we get to it is so cute. I love this floral wallpaper. This is not one I use very often. I don't know why. I guess I don't use a lot of wallpapers in kids' rooms because I don't relate, but I think it is so cute. So I was excited about that, and I thought a kid having our little pumpkin up here would be nice. And just filling up the corkboard with some postcards, getting a rug in here. And I think, yeah, a toy box, a couple of toys in here. We got a Blarfy and some posters. And that's pretty much it for this build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I would love to have you join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Just adding some more pumpkins because you can never have enough. And then we're heading on into screenshots. Thank you for watching. See you all soon. Bye, everybody.